Welcome back to another episode of Unveil the Real podcast. I'm your host, Scoops. Again, y'all, we are adjusting to the new setup. So again, please bear with us. Rearranging the house, rearranging a lot of things as far as like the studio, the lighting, everything, all the fixtures. So again, regardless of the look of the podcast, the content, the quality, of the journalism and things like that is getting better week after week. So, again, thank y'all for being here with us, and we're going to keep this thing rolling. All right. Now, let's get into start off, of course, with the week 16, man. Week 16 of NFL football. Again, I said this earlier, that as far as chasing the AFC crown, is actually between what the Chargers and the Broncos at this point that are chasing the crown. Chiefs are down bad. Raiders are always going to be at the bottom. That's where they belong. But regardless, man, we still going to get into and talk about all four games. Let's just talk about all four games. So let's start with in week 16, the Chargers versus Cowboys. Chargers put off a big win, man. Big win. 34-17, man, against the Cowboys, man. I'm not too surprised. Prescott, listen, I'm more shocked versus this Chargers defense that he did not throw an interception. Again, he threw for 244 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he was only sacked one time as well. So, regardless of how people actually want to look at it, I am more shocked that Prescott played the way he played, but at the same time, he did not throw any interceptions. All right. But again, I'll say this. Most NFL fans are going to agree the Cowboys have so much talent. They have so much talent on their team every year, but they never come up. They never show up and show out. I don't care what nobody says. They never, between Prescott folding, whatever he does, he is just not well under pressure, man. The cooler it gets outside. All right. So Justin Herbert threw for 300 yards, 300 total yards, and threw for 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 0 sacks. That's speaking for itself. Because I know earlier in the season the Chargers, they were down 1 or 2 offensive linemen. They've been it's bad all over the league, honestly, when it comes to certain linemen, especially tackles. You haven't heard too much about too many guards this season, but it's just been tackles, which again is the more competitive position. I get it. I don't want to throw no guards under the bus or anything like that, but tackles really have to face a lot. Obviously, interior, exterior, you're always going to have to pick up a blitzer. You're going to have to pick up a edge rusher. And again, these defensive ends, these edge rushers, man, they are not what they used to be, 10, 20 years ago. These dudes are running 4.5s and 4.6s, and they're 250, plus pounds. So, it's really speaking a lot between the speed and the strength that the offensive tackles have to, do their job of protecting the quarterback, man. But it also speaks a lot about the running backs too. The running backs who are also, pass protecting and picking up those blocks, or even like a delayed running out to the flats or wheels or whatever you got going on, swing passes. So, shout out to running backs all over who are also helping those offensive linemen pick up those blitzes, picking up, just doing their jobs. All right, let's move on to the Raiders versus Texans game. Believe it or not, the Raiders only lost by 2 points versus the Texans. I believe that was more of a shocker. Now, people are not too surprised that the Texans won. It was just the fact that they only won by 2 points versus the Raiders, who have been getting tossed around by, just about every team they played against. So anyway, Geno Smith, man, threw for 201 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, and he got sacked only 3 times. Okay. And I'll even speak on Ashton Genty. He got 24 carries, 128 yards, and only 1 touchdown. Genty is definitely the future. Just like any other rookie, any other podcaster, sports analyst, they're going to talk about the things that rookies should improve on. So, we're definitely not going to count that out. He's a rookie, but for a first year, he is doing extremely well, in my opinion, especially because of the strength of their offensive line. So we're not just going to count them out and try to make it seem like, oh my God, he's not doing good, because we know how this has been going. Genty is only a rookie, so imagine, who knows, 3 to 5 years from now, the level that, of experience that he's going to be at. Who knows what team he's going to be on in the future as well, man. So, I see big things for him. As far as Raiders go, they need a quarterback. I get it, Geno Smith, but no, he's not the answer. I still don't understand how Geno Smith did as good as he did with the Seahawks, and boom, they let him go. And then even with Sam Darnold, when he was with the Vikings, and how good they did last year as well, and then they let him go. So, which again, he's with the Seahawks now. So Sam Darnold, man, continues to put up good numbers as well, man. But we'll get into that a little later, man. But again, nobody's too surprised that the Texans beat the Raiders. It was just the fact that it was actually a close game. Like, the Texans only won by 2 points. So CJ Stroud, man, 187 yards. He only threw for 1 touchdown. He threw for 1 touchdown. And I'm trying to even look at who scored, which Dalton Schultz is the only who is a tight end. That's the only one who actually scored the touchdown. So they kicked field goals for the rest of the game. Yeah, nobody else scored. 23 points, man. They only scored 1 touchdown. So, well, hold on. Yeah, Raiders. Anyway, we're not going to spend on too much time on this, man. But again, Texans are definitely a team everyone should kind of look out for. But again, we got to stay locked in on what's going on, man. Playoffs is coming. People have to really get locked in and get it together, because that was not a good look. It was not a good look versus the Raiders. But we're getting to the end of the regular season, where certain players are going to start taking, getting some rest and things like that. All right. So Texans, y'all got to stay locked in, man, because that is, regardless of, I get it, a win's a win. But the fact that you guys were that close to losing to the Raiders, still kind of speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? We know y'all Texans are not used to being in this type of spotlight, but y'all got to get it together, man. All right. Denver Broncos, man. Surprisingly, I'm not surprised. I actually been talking about this I've been going live quite a bit on my TikTok page, on the TikTok podcast page. Been getting into a lot of arguments about this, because the Jaguars beat the Broncos 34-20. But the argument has been, because I've been bringing up how the Jaguars have some of their players coming back. As far as, who were injured, Trevor Lawrence is really doing his thing right now, man. We can't deny that. And yeah, man, ETN's healthy. I've always liked ETN, but again, he's not healthy quite often. So, the fact that we're in this position right now, the fact that the Jaguars are in this position to where they're hungry, man. And shout out to Washington. I know Parker Washington. He was he was the main target wide receiver. Six receptions, 145 yards, and 1 touchdown. Okay, 6 receptions. He only got 10 targets, but he was the top target. He was a playmaker. You know what I'm saying? That just, hey, they put it to him, man. But Trevor Lawrence, man, 279 yards passing, 3 touchdown passes as well. He was sacked 5 times. And let's look at ETNs, man. 16 carries, 50 yards, 0 touchdowns. Oh, and also Trevor Lawrence did rush in 1 touchdown as well. So, again, man, Trevor Lawrence, well, I'm going to speak for the whole Jaguars, Duval. They are hungry. They are very hungry, and I can tell. I can really tell. So, good luck to those guys. Yes, I was happy that the Jaguars beat the Broncos just because the Broncos is at the top of the AFC West right now. But again, I'm really just being a hater, man. Like I said, Chiefs season is done for, and that's just what it is. We're just trying to see what we're planning to do this off season between the draft and everything else. All right. Now, Broncos, Bo Nix, man. Look at this, man. The man he's on fire. I give him that, man. 352 yards passing, 1 touchdown pass, 1 interception. He threw 1 interception. He was only sacked 1 time. Okay, still pretty good. I give him that. RJ Harvey, another rookie. Rookie running back, 7. It's crazy. He only got 7 carries for 50 yards. But he did rush in 1 touchdown. Let's see RJ Harvey, man. He's been getting good. Yeah, see, look at this. RJ Harvey has 4 receptions for 71 yards. 4 receptions for 71 yards. And the long, as far as the long average for that, as far as passing goes, is 32 yards. So RJ Harvey, man, he's definitely somebody I'm going to have to look out for, even when it comes to fantasy football next year. I think he solidified his spot as a starting running back. And, he's a leader, man. Real small, of course, you're a traditional smaller running back, but very tough, very fast, man. He moves. He moves, man. I give him that much. So, anyway, man, that's that. All right, so let's get to this Chiefs game, man. Woo! Chiefs lost to the Titans. The Titans. I gotta say that 2 times. 9-26, man. Extending the record now to 3-12 for the Titans, and Chiefs dropped down to 6-9. So tough game, man. Let's start off with the Titans, man. Cam Ward, man, 228 yards passing. He threw two touchdowns, and he only was sacked 2 times. All right, y'all make sure y'all go get y'all Big Mac for sacks from Chiefs, man. You live in Kansas City. All right. Let's see. Cam, okay. Cam Ward. He did not rush in any touchdown passes, I cannot pronounce this dude's name. Tajay Spears, the running back. Now, Tony Pollard definitely solidified his spot really ever since he left. Let me say that ever since Derrick Henry left, he definitely solidified his spot. Tony Pollard was a dog even when he got in the game with the Cowboys, but hey, that ain't my organization. That's crazy that they would let a good running back like that go. But that's the way of business. That's the way the NFL runs. You gotta make trades. You gotta rely on other backups. So anyway, but Tajay, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but Spears, man, that was a guy who I think a lot of us really had high hopes for this season. I believe he was out for some type of injuries and something like that. But anyway, even he got to eat a little bit. 13 carries for 52 yards, 1 touchdown. He actually scored a touchdown. Tony Pollard did not score a touchdown. So that's that, man. Now let's get to the Chiefs. Chris, a lot of Kane or something like that. 11 for 16, 111 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interception. He was sacked 4 times. Gardner Minshew, who was the starter for this game in Week 16, he only did 3 for 8 for 15 yards. But again, he got hurt. I believe. Gardner Minshew now has a torn ACL. So, it's getting tough in this league, man. It's football. I get it. That Mahomes injury, it was so unfortunate, man. Like, literally, he was just kind of jogging to the sideline. I talked about it in the last episode, but hey, you just have to be careful each and every step you take, I guess, at this point. I'm not for sure what to do at this point, man. Us Chiefs, we got to get it together. Checo, he was a top receiver, top targets. He got 7 targets. He got 6 receptions for 41 yards, y'all. He was the top target, a running back. So that just lets you know, like, you're dealing with backup quarterbacks. You're not dealing with the starter quarterback. Everybody know Mahomes is out, so that's all we can really speak for at this point. Pacheco also got 8 carries for 34 yards. And, it's kind of weird, a little mix-up as well, because Kareem Hunt only got 3 carries for 2 yards. So it just speaks a lot about how much the Titans had the ball, how much they just controlled the time management, and they controlled it all, man. But again, I just want the guys who we know for sure that are going to be staying next year, and the guys that we know for sure that are going to be here next year. Keep those guys healthy. Let's just get to the end of this season. Go take y'all vacations, travel the world, do whatever you're going to do. And then, hey, we need to get back to it. When the coaches say, hey, get back here in April or whatever. I don't know the time frame for some of those guys. Get back to it, man. It's time to work. It's time to work, man. We can get back to the Super Bowl. We know for sure Mahomes is mad. He's pissed. So let's just do our due diligence, man. As fans, as the teammates, whatever the case may be, all right? That's all I'm going to say on that. So, in other news, Chiefs' new stadium. Finally finalized, y'all. Chiefs Stadium is on the move. They're moving across the street, next door, whatever you want to call it. We're moving to Kansas. All right. Now, a few things I just want to say about this. Yes, I'm not shocked. If anyone has been to a Chiefs or Royals game, or even when you just roll past the stadium, everyone sees the historic hotel. I can't even remember the name of it. Huge building, huge hotel. It's been there for years. It's been shut down. And to me, it's a shocker that nobody wanted to invest in that property as far as that hotel. I'm talking all the rich folks that actually go to the games. I'm talking the Chiefs organization, heck, the Royals, or heck, even just the NFL or MLB. You would think someone would want to invest in that hotel property since it's directly across the street from the stadiums. But it's been shut down for years. In my opinion, I think this was the plan all along. I truly believe this was the plan, and again, things take time. You know what I'm saying? If you're an entrepreneur, if you are someone who is an investor or whatever the case may be, you understand that finalizing paperwork, making sure everything is in order, it might take, 3, 4, 5 years or so. So, in my opinion, I truly believe, and I'm not saying it based off the hotel. I think people who live in Missouri or who even live in Kansas, I think most of us kind of seen this coming. Yes, a lot of people exhaled because there were talks about the Royal Stadium or even Chiefs Stadium being moved downtown or in Kansas. So once that chatter calmed down, nobody really thought about it anymore. So, yes, man, in my opinion, I think this is the plan all along. Now, on the other side of it, How do I feel about it? I truly feel I'm not mad about it. At least it's going to be where it's so much land and there's so much opportunity. Now, for one, yes, it's not that far away. You know, you got people in Kansas who come to you got people who live in Kansas that are season ticket holders. Rather they live 30 minutes away or hour away, 20 minutes away. Like, ladies and gentlemen, the Chiefs Stadium is only what 10, maybe 15 minutes from Kansas. As far as like the border, the state line, if you want to call it. So it's not that far, and it won't be that far. Me personally, I plan on traveling to different stadiums, and I have been to a few other different NFL stadiums. And yes, I mean, hey, I've been saying it for some years. Chiefs are behind. I mean, you got these newer stadiums that are being built, state of the art, all types of new stuff. So, I mean, hey, come on, y'all, call it what it is. At least, yes, it won't feel the same. It won't feel the same because it's gonna be in Kansas. We can't brag about it. That was what the last NFL. I mean, it was the St. Louis Rams. Now the Kansas, now they're in LA. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City Chiefs is now going to be in Kansas. So I think a lot of people are going to be skeptical about this because, again, do you still call it Kansas City Chiefs? I think a lot of people are going to be upset about calling it Kansas City Chiefs when there are a lot of people who know how it is. It's going to be in Kansas. It's going to be out there by the legends, so it's not going to be the same. So drop a comment down below, man. Let me know what y'all think about this. I know the city is very upset about this move. I am too, low key, but at the end of the day, I just think I'm like, hey, at least it's going to be out there by the legends. It's already shopping, got the Speedway, you got Sporting KC, you got, what is that, the Argosy Casino. It's going to be, it's going to be surrounded, where it's just so much land that it's just nothing but space and opportunity, man. So yes, it's going to be a lot of highway, a lot of changes being made. But I mean, hey, if you've been to a Chiefs game or Royals game, you see, if you know the area, then it's not the best area. And it just went downhill, especially when they never wanted to do anything as far as with that hotel, man. So that's my 2 cents on that. Y'all comment down below. What do y'all think about the new stadium, the plans? Come on, man. Comment down below what y'all think. So let's get into this week's Get 'em Chopping. All right, this week's Get 'em Chopping, man, is going to go to nose piercing, pink crop top wearing DK Metcalf, man. Mr. DK Metcalf, you got to get him chopped. Get him chopping. All right. Now, I know a lot of y'all going to see this. Y'all going to see this on video as well. Mr. DK Metcalf, apparently, from what I heard, someone called him his government name. There were other rumors, or allegedly, there were other rumors about racial slurs. Regardless, he was so far back, like behind the sideline, he had no business being over there. But I get it. I mean, hey, if the offense is not on the field, you walking around, you doing your thing, it is what it is. But yes, it should never, the fact that you are a professional athlete, you should never get out of character, especially with someone saying something crazy, because there's been a lot of talks from different professional athletes, not just football. Again, whether former athletes or current athletes, people say how fans can get out of hand sometimes. They can take it a little too serious sometimes. And I mean, hey, we can't deny that. You know, like y'all, I get it, but it's a game. You know, it's just a game. Like, come on, man. So anyway, um, I definitely understand. I can understand it from a fan's perspective, and I can definitely understand it from an athlete's perspective. Like, man, I'm on the sideline. I'm gathering my thoughts. I'm trying to get these plays together, trying to figure out routes and things like that. But hey, now I got to worry about this dude calling me the N word, the ER, got the hard R on there, or whatever, calling you by your government name. Sir, that's the name your parents gave you, man. Don't be mad at nobody but yourself. But you are a grown man. You can change your name. You can legally change your name whenever you feel like it, bro. So the fact that you're getting mad over someone for saying your government name, you know, I can't even really side with you on that one, DK Metcalf. Like, it is what it is, man. Now, anyway, now, yes, here's our get him chopping. For one, he got suspended for the last 2 games of the regular season for the Steelers. And for two, I have to read off this number. It says, and I'm reading it right down here, it says, Metcalf now loses $555,556 in salary and has the guarantees on $45 million voided. So again, you just lost out on, you definitely just lost out on $500,000. You know, whatever. I don't know how taxes work up there, but regardless, man, all of this because you got out of character. I hate this for certain athletes because, you know, regardless, man, when you start having youth football camps and heck, when you start having your own families and things like that, I get it because everyone makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, man. But we got to do better about this, man. That's and again, to end it all, now there's a lawsuit. Now there's talk of a lawsuit. So we definitely got to keep our eyes open, which is why, and that's another reason why I said allegedly, because who knows exactly how this is going to go. But the fact that you grab this guy and you kind of, as you let him go, you tried to punch him. Like, dude, and he's a huge, DK Metcalf is a huge guy. He is not, he has the size, basically he has the size of a tight end, but the speed of a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? The strength and speed of a tight end. Like, oh man, like it's tough. It's tough to just bear a little bit. So anyway, DK Metcalf, you got to get him chopping, man. All right, it's uncalled for. It's unprofessional. Again, you should never let someone get under your skin with words. But hey, again, I can't even really jack him at the same time, because what if somebody called me a racial slur? You know, that'd be tough. That'd be real tough to, yeah, just more so just ignore. But the fact that he was so far behind the sideline, the bleachers and everything, it's like, dude, what are you doing back there? Like, how did you even hear that fan say all of that? All right, so DK Metcalf, get him choppy.
Man, my life is so gorgeous. Man, my life is so gorgeous. Man, my life is so gorgeous. Man, my life is so gorgeous.
That the repo man? Why he hopping his? He was trying to hurry up. Dude gotta know he going to jail. Yeah, he definitely going to jail. And she over here, yo, big back. She came out barefooted. Oh my God. All right, Repo Man. That ah, he he just got his head ran over. Not sure what to even say about that. That's not funny. First off, that's not funny. But yes, man. Priorities. Priorities. Happy holidays as well. This is another obviously this probably did not happen right before recently. It might have. But it's another reason why I say, like, dude, people put their priorities just before a lot of things, a lot of materialistic things. You got your big bad girlfriend right there. Um, you know what? Why are y'all not at work? Why are y'all not trying to get out here get some money or anything like that? There's so many different ways nowadays. It's crazy. But again, regardless, I don't know. I've been preaching a lot to my friends, to my kids, and a lot of people like. I get it, but Christmas, holidays, and stuff like that, that stuff, it's important to just be with families, good times, relax. Heck, I count that as good times as well. Relax. We don't have to rip and run around the town quite often. But regardless, man, that was tough to watch, man. I'm sure that the dude, the driver of that red car, I know he's probably still in jail. Like, you literally just ran over this man's face. You got your big bad girlfriend coming out. No shoes on, no socks on. So obviously, once they realize the repo man is here, you know what I'm saying? He just trying to do his job, do what he's paid to do. And again, I think everyone's seen different repo shows and stuff like that. That job could definitely be dangerous at times. And this is a very good example of why, you know. So man, y'all, just be careful out there. Rather that's your, place of work or things like that. But regardless, man, that dude needs to be locked up. Car needs to get repoed. People, y'all just gotta put y'all priorities first, man, because it's nobody's fault but y'all's. Y'all keep missing out on payments, and I've never been in a situation like that, and I don't know. I've actually don't know too many people who have gotten their car repoed. So I don't know if it's like 1 month or 2 months, or I don't how many months is it before the car place wherever you got your loan from just decides to repo it. So comment down below, answer that question for me because I have no idea, man. That's ridiculous. The man got his head ran over. He literally just got his face ran over. So it's pretty bad, y'all. All right, comment below.
What did it say?
Said daughter. Daughter tells her mother she wants.
I told you have a man, Mom. Put your answer here. You can erase it or put it down here. Why are you asking me that? Okay, here, answer the question. Why are you asking me that? Answer my question. No, move. Don't get on me.
Hmm.
Why are you asking me that?
Mm.
Else got me. You ain't got a daddy because your daddy don't want to be a daddy.
Mm.
Find you one. Find you one? Yeah.
Find me. Oh my God. That's tough. That's tough to watch, man, because she is almost like the daughter knows the value of a daddy. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, it's not her fault. It's not the daughter's fault. Sound like it's probably not the mother's fault either. Like the mother clearly saying her daddy don't want to be in her life. I feel like I don't know. In my opinion, maybe this is just because I'm a little more mature now. I would never tell a child, rather it's mine or not, I would never tell a child that like your daddy don't want to be in your life. Like I wouldn't. Me personally, I would not even say anything like that until I know for sure that kid is mature enough to be able to, handle, be able to handle a conversation like that because that you can't just she said it so comfortably though, like your dad don't want to be in your life. But regardless, shout out to that little girl. The little girl knows the value of a man being in her life, yet along a daddy. Look, the daughter said, go get one." Like she like now, as far as his mother goes, I know how difficult that can be because heck, let's say she takes her daughter advice and she starts dating a lot of different men. You know, you're really trying to find the one to trust you, that will love and respect you, love and respect your daughter. That it can be a lot. That can be a lot. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the man does not have kids or if he already has multiple kids himself. So, um, you know, I just think this is just that's probably a real good testimony to a lot of men and women out there who, you know, are just not ready, or, you know, regardless. I get it. The old traditional way is you date, you get married, then you have kids. I get it. You know, you graduate from high school, go to college, date, get married, then have kids, then family, and I get it. I get it. That is not. That's just not how it normally is in everybody's life, or, you know, so a lot of people probably just never seen that, or they don't view life being that way. But, you know, man, just looking in that little girl's eyes, that she's like, man, I just had to say it. Like, I want a daddy. So I get it, man. I really feel for that little girl, and I hope that mom takes it serious. I hope she gets in the gym and, you know, really takes better care of herself. You know, I again, I put the gym probably, you know, the gym is probably going to be in every little category, you know, in my lifetime for the rest of my life. But, you know, they showed a picture of mom. You know, she was heavy. She was a little heavy set, but regardless, like, you never want you want a man to know that you care about your well-being, your health, your mental. You want a man that you're going to date to understand that, you know, regardless of whatever happened with me and my baby daddy or me and my exes, I am going to make sure I'm prepared and ready to move on in life, you know, and start dating and things like that. Because I definitely say that if you are not mentally, I get the physical part, but if you are not mentally prepared to start dating and, you know, and really, you know, communicate and trust and all that good stuff, you should not start dating someone, you know. So that's my 2 cents on that, man. Shout out to that little girl. She's just trying to do what's best for her because she under. Now again, her explanation was that all the other kids got daddies, and it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? Good point, but that's not the only reason why you should get a daddy. But regardless, man, that little girl knows something. So shout out to her, man. Priorities first. Go to the gym.
Period.
Mother gets
What you mean you didn't want it? You told me that you wanted the BMW, the graduation gift. Yeah, I didn't say I wanted the BMW X3. I said I wanted the X5. What's the difference? I mean, it's still a BMW. Still, it's a difference. This one is slick.
what?
So what? See, then, why you don't want it? It's still a
Little bro.
BMW. I don't have this either.
This dude can't be
Well, I
serious.
thought I would just put the stuff on it for you. Why you doing this? Thank you. Are you serious?
Return. I sure would. Yep.
Fine, get out my face.
Yep.
I'm not getting you shit.
He said next time give me X5. Man, kids is crazy, boy. Next time give me X5. You crazy in the mug, sir. You are not getting anything. It's the problem with this world. What's the title of this? Mother gives spoiled son a new car. So she got the X3. That was probably all she could afford. She probably could afford the X5, but dang, are we not factoring in the maintenance? Are we not factoring in the fact that she's going to be making those payments? You know, if that's what she got to do. On top of the insurance, like, are we? Hey, and again, this is why I'm doing my best to explain this to my kids as well. Like, I'm not trying to be cheap. Man, listen. If you are mature though, I'm 36 years old, man. Like, I don't have time for it. But at the end of the day, our kids don't know this stuff, and it's understandable. You know, you're a kid, teenager, whatever. You don't know this stuff. No, everyone has to learn this stuff from somebody. Point, period, blank. You got to learn this stuff from somebody, man. So, um, again, ungrateful. Yes, yes, yes. Very ungrateful kid, man. I don't, like I said, oh, for sure. Thank you. Man, I'm about to take this car back. And now I'm about to spend this money on something else or invest it or, okay, thank you. I will return this car. So, I mean, and I'm sorry, I try to get my kids to understand that, like, listen, it's deeper than just buying y'all a car. Like I said, it's a lot that goes with it. You know, my son, who is currently a teenager, or no, my son who currently has a job, you know, trying to get him to understand the importance of a budget. And dude, don't just blow the money every week, every other week as soon as you get paid and all that good stuff. You don't need nothing. I get it, man. Hey, splurge, buy you some shoes, have some fun a little bit. But when you just want to spend the money because you have it, it's already a bad start. You know, I think he already wants a new iPhone. But I think between him and his mom, they're having talks about, what was it? They're having talks about a deposit for a phone and payment plan. I'm like, and I just told him yesterday. I'm like, you don't need no. You don't need a phone. First off, you have a phone. I was like, you want the newest iPhone. I don't know why, but and I mean, I do know why. I get it. You're a teenager. You want the new stuff. I get it, but you don't need it. You don't need it. So I'm telling him, if you cannot even afford it, if you can't just pay for the entire phone, don't buy it. Just keep saving up your money and do that. But it's like, my son is 17 and he's trying to, he's trying to pay a deposit for a phone and just make payments. I'm like, it's not that big of a deal. So anyway, let me stop talking about me and start talking about this. So, shout out to the little brother. I don't know if y'all heard his comment. The little brother said, being ungrateful is, hey, so that little boy learning from somebody. Definitely is not him. So, hey, at the end of the day, yeah, that's fine. Your mom tried to give you the best gift. Gifting a teenager a car is really one of the best gifts. I don't know where I would be if I did not give, if I did not, if no, because my parents, they put their money together to get me a car. It was a 96 Chevy Corsica. Boom. I love that car. I mean, but regardless, a car is a car, right? Now, I cannot imagine, as much as I was going to work, moving around, and that was what, my junior year. I was in football, track. I was in a few different sports and things like that. So I really do appreciate them gifting me, really giving me that, because that was, they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to do none of that, man. I think even my best friend, he actually saved up to get his first car, and that's the route that I probably would have had to went. But That's how the cycle goes, man. He used to go to work with me, my best friend. We worked at the same job in high school, you know. But think about if he actually had to rely on. See, Uber wasn't around back then, but think about if he had to do taxis or get rides from other people, paying probably a whole bunch of gas money, bothering your parents to drop you off, pick you up all the time. Like, come on, man. Like, so again, honor your parents, man. Appreciate any and everything that they give you, because trust me, I know some people who really had to get it out the mud. They really had to figure it out and get it on their own, man. Getting a car or somebody gifting you a car, that is an honor. That is something that is going to really give you a nice head start when it comes to adulthood. So shout out to them. Shout out to that little brother. Mom, you tried. That's not on you. That's on that boy now. Let him grow up. Let him figure it out. That's where I'm at with it. Felon the gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving. TV. What is that? A head? Is that a refrigerator, bro? So these bed frames, more mattresses, another refrigerator, or is that the same one? That might be the same one. No, that's two refrigerators. Good furniture though. Propane. Look at the wood though. What the couches. All they need is a house now. Deep freezers. More propane. Bro, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy, bro. Where is this at? Where is this at? All right, man. So let me. Now that's a wedding. That looked like one of them situations where they had a small, quick wedding, but they like don't dress up, don't do nothing fancy. Just bring us gifts. We about to buy a new house. We don't have any furniture. We don't have anything. We just need to furnish the house. But anything that y'all can do is gonna bless us. And it looked. I'm pretty sure the wife is married now. You know what I'm saying? Or not married. Jesus, the wife is pregnant. But like the wife is pregnant. So, you know, I mean, I think our community should definitely think about that. You know, in the future, I would rather, because you got to think about it. You know, a person like me, yes, I have suits. I keep suits and stuff like that. But you got to think of the average person. Yes, obviously all women have dresses, but you got to think about how much time and effort some people put into that stuff, man. You got to think about what if their wedding colors is turquoise? Oh my God, now I got to go get a turquoise suit. Now my wife got to go get a turquoise dress. And I'm thinking about somebody else's wedding, but yes, even mine's as well. I'm not for sure if that's actually what's going on. I probably need to read the comments or something, because all it says on the caption is family, the gift that keeps on giving and giving and giving. Which, I mean, again, think about it, y'all. Think about, because again, when you have a wedding, not everybody's going to give you a gift, but you got to think about it. You already want them to, what are you going to call it? You already want them to take off work, come to your wedding. You want them to spend money on a suit or a dress, certain colors. Think about if they got kids too. Now I gotta get my son a suit. Now I gotta get my daughter's, a dress. All that good stuff. So in my opinion, yeah, I mean I'm not for sure if this is an actual wedding or like a quick wedding or something, but the amount of stuff that they were just blessed with is crazy. But again, why not? You know what I'm saying? If that's their tradition, I think that's better than I get it because most people want to spend $1,000 on a wedding. Most of the time, the bride does, not the groom, because the groom or the families, in-laws, whoever, they're the ones that are spending a lot of the money. Now, yes, a lot of times we're seeing weddings nowadays where people are charging each person hundreds and hundreds of dollars just to participate, just to be in the audience of their wedding, but like obviously that still comes with the dinner and the experience depending on where it is. But I mean, yes, I get it. Money is nothing to some people. If you are established, if your priorities are in order, hey, why not splash a little bit? Boom, boom, boom. Because again, think about it. If you're gonna charge somebody $300 to $500 to be at your wedding, you gotta understand they're probably not gonna give you a gift. So it's just like y'all, you really just paying for that experience. Like you might cry at their wedding. Otherwise, it's gonna be there at dinner time. But regardless, man, I like this idea actually for a wedding. Some people gonna say it might be tacky, might be a little dirty, but think about it. Think about everything that family just got blessed with, especially if they're starting a new family. They just got married. They about to buy a house. Think of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like that is amazing. But that is much better than your traditional wedding where, like I said, people got to schedule off work. Man, that could be that this literally looks like it was like a family barbecue. Like, hey, we just got married. Nope, we got married. We went to the courthouse, got married. We just bought a house. So again, we're gonna have a huge barbecue, and we want people to just help us furnish our house. I like that idea. You know what I'm saying? That looked like that was just on a nice little summer Saturday or Sunday or something like that. It looked like a lot of people are off work because the typical people are working people are off on the weekends. And hey, that's just what it is. Like, man, look at all that stuff. So y'all drop it down below. What would y'all actually consider this as, like a wedding, or would y'all be willing to do something like this? I would.
Which sports athletes train harder, soccer or football?
Soccer athletes train harder because it's not just about one piece of training. Football, you think of training, you think pretty much of just lifting and pure muscle. Soccer, the test that we run, Man U test, 2 miles in under 15 minutes, and lifting. So it's not just about one portion of your body. It's about training all these different aspects of your body that are going to get you at your peak.
Football, the combination of speed, strength, power, and ability to get your body to be able to take these crazy hits that we've been talking about.
Yeah.
It's not even remotely close. In 15 minutes, 2 miles, that's chump change for a football player.
Yeah.
Lifting. Look at the size of these guys. Everyone just keeps talking about how big and strong these football players are. The training that goes into football is not even close, and that's the physical stuff. Don't even get started on the mental stuff. The 3 hours of meeting before every single practice, before you go out there and you can run at each other full speed. It's not even close.
Which sports?
Yeah. So good point, man. So let's just speak on this real quick. Again, the lady it just says who trains harder, football or soccer, and I want y'all to comment down below who y'all think. Obviously, y'all just seen the video, but regardless, comment down below why that sport trains harder than the other one. Now, I'll give soccer this. Soccer, they are running non-stop. I remember this was some years ago, and this was during the Olympics. This was during the Olympics some years ago. And I became real fascinated with the sport soccer. I never really have up until then. But just watching it, and this is at my job. I used to just watch it on my breaks because World Cup is nothing but games coming. Nothing but the same sports and things like that coming on. But I became very fascinated. But like I said, the amount of running that they do is ridiculous. I will give them that. The non-stop, just back and forth, stop it, kicking. You getting kicked in the shin, you getting kicked in the face. The amount of cardio that it really takes for soccer. Now I get it because you are not running 100%. You are not sprinting the entire time. At the end of the day, there's only I don't know how to really explain that. There's only two people. It's the guy who's kicking the ball and the defender that's right there in front. Now, yes, obviously you're passing, kicking the ball, passing, boom, here goes the next two people. And again, that's all you really see to a certain point. So yes, I get it. I get what that lady is saying, but yes, the fact that football, is physical and mental. Like I don't know why some people really think that they're just out there running the ball and just hitting each other, but me being a football coach, me being a fan of football, period, there's always so much to learn for football formations, everything. Football is an art to me. Football is an art. Like, it is definitely not just hitting somebody one-on-one and pounding and just going crazy. Like, no. And again, like the girl just mentioned, what did she say? 15 minutes and running around the track and what did she say, like 2 miles or something like that? 1 mile or 2 miles, 15 minutes. That's what I'm saying. That's not, I don't know all the facts and all the analytics, but that's not a lot for NFL. For really football players, period. We can really just speak about college and the professionals, arena, all them other leagues as well. But after high school, it's a reason why there's only a certain amount of number that actually goes to the big leagues, MLB, NFL, NBA, all of those. NHL. It's a reason why why everyone cannot make the cut. Like I said, you have to be physically enough to be in shape to be able to perform these sports, to compete. If you're injury prone and things like that, you won't last. But even when it comes to the mental aspect of it, again, the film, it takes a lot to study. You're studying some of the smallest things when it comes to your opponents. On top of the fact, you are studying your own body. You are studying some of the smallest things that the recruiters or that the coaches are trying to point out to you. The athletic trainers, they're probably telling you certain things too. Yeah, you probably shouldn't plant your foot like this. Yeah, you probably, once you throw that ball, you should just keep rotating out or something, because there's so much science behind a lot of the health issues and just the study and the study that goes into a lot of this stuff. So I do understand what that gentleman is saying. I understand what she's saying too, but it's just clear that she doesn't know, and it's not her fault, but she just doesn't know too much about football. She doesn't know exactly what it takes, because, man, I only got as high as high school. Senior year, I only got as high as high school as far as my football career. And when I'm gonna tell y'all, the 4 years that I played football in high school, I worked my tail off. You know what I'm saying? I knew for a fact that college was going to be a new challenge, but I worked my tail off all 4 years in high school. But of course, senior year kind of declined a little bit, definitely with the girls. I had a baby on the way, so I had a lot going on as well too, man, because I didn't know how to leave it. You know, I didn't really focus in like I should have. But that's the price you pay, and you know, I just want my kids to, you know, stay on the right track, stay focused, stay locked in. Because high school is not for the high school's not for the weak either, man. It's easy to get distracted. All right, comment below, man. What sport do you think is more? It's harder. Which sport do you think trains harder? All right, let us know.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Please be
I
kind.
want to know your name. I want to know your name. Democrat. I want to know your name.
Oh, it's a Wendy's.
You want to steal your
We're off.
You're doing it to the wrong person. The wrong person. You can call the cops. You're in the wrong for stealing.
What the heck? What the heck? She said, "Why are you trying to steal?"
Next time, don't try to steal.
Don't try to steal.
Don't try to steal. People don't do that shit. The fuck? What's your name? Tell me your name. All right, tell me your name and I'll get out.
Oh my
No,
God.
she can deal with. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? I want to.
Oh, big back. All right, so okay, so here I'm gonna actually probably play this again, but I'm gonna mute it. So I mean, again, from what I'm looking at, so from what I'm gathering, the customer came back in the store, but I guess the customer caught them. They tried to steal. I wish I would know more information about what they actually tried to steal, but the fact that the big young lady, she's hitting herself in the face, you know, because again, she doesn't know how to, you know, control herself. She doesn't know how to, you know, take accountability in situations like this, which is why she just ended up just causing this crazy scene, because that's what people who don't want to take accountability, that's exactly what they try to do. They try to make it seem like they're the victim, when in all, she's the one that she's the one that got caught stealing. Now again, I want to know what they tried to steal. That's why I'm trying to read some of the comments. She allegedly stole from a customer and throws a tantrum, and now she's special needs. Hey, y'all know they gonna fry her in the chat. Yeah, that must say mayonnaise rage. Oh my God. Good. If someone gets overstimulated like that, they shouldn't be working the public fast food. I agree, bro. Yeah. I need to try to find a follow-up story on this, because why wouldn't you just call the cops? If you realize that they stole from you, you could have just been standing there minding your business and waited till the cops showed up to you know, and explain the story to the cops. Now again, if we talking about you ordered a meal but oh, your fry wasn't in there, if you causing a crazy scene like that because you're saying they stole a fry, or you know what I'm saying, oh, they didn't, you know, if it's something like that, then nah, it ain't that big of a deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, but if they obviously like stole some money, or you know, charge your card a couple, you know, who knows, you know, when it comes to this scam and stuff. And again, the big girl, she probably really tried to play the victim. She just tried to cause a scene. I can see that happening. I'm definitely not gonna say that's just women, because it's men too. People really try to play the victim nowadays, and again, when you get put on blast, you need to be able to accept the consequences that come with it. Don't try to play like you're crazy or special needs now. Like, you didn't do that when you tried to steal from her. Now again, we don't know exactly what was stolen. It could be a order of fries. But again, if we talking about swiping a card or something like that, or just stealing a whole meal, and if they on some like where's your receipt? And, you know, stuff like that going. But it's like, man, the fact that this lady, the manager lady, trying to get in her face, talking about, get out of here, get out of here, get out of my face, don't record. You already, you know you done messed up at that point, man. So, again, learn how to take accountability, young lady. She's smacking herself in the head, screaming. Ain't nobody trying to hear all that. If you didn't do it back then, don't do it now. All right, that's all I'm gonna say. Last one.
What?
Last one.
He saved your life, yet you didn't even offer him a word of thanks. And now you're suing him? What is wrong with you?
A man who saved a woman from being hit by a car is now facing sexual harassment allegations. 32-year-old Daniel Reed noticed a woman, Jessica Moore, walking straight onto the road while looking down at her phone. A car was heading straight for her, seconds away from impact. Daniel reacted instantly, grabbing her and pulling her back, just as the vehicle zoomed past.
Oh,
Surveillance footage confirmed that his actions prevented a serious accident. But
yeah.
here's the twist. Jessica filed a formal complaint alleging that Daniel's actions were inappropriate and violated her personal space. Her legal team argues that even in emergency situations, you do not have the right to touch another person without consent. Daniel is in shock. He thought he was saving a life and maintains he had no ulterior motives. The video clearly shows him releasing her immediately after pulling her to safety. The case has sparked a nationwide debate. Millions believe Daniel deserves praise, not punishment. Daniel insists his sole intention was to save a life. Do you think he did the right thing?
He saved your life, yet you didn't even
That's
offer him
crazy. All right, I made a video about this, a reaction video about this, you know, not too long ago. It just seems to be what it is now. You can't even rescue someone. You can't save someone's life without them accusing you of something, without being sued. Obviously, everyone's seen the video. Everyone's looking at the video.
He saved your life, yet you didn't even...
Everybody's looking at the video. The lady, I couldn't even tell if she was like down on her phone or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, ma'am, that car was not slowing down. That car was not doing, and you're trying to sue him for saving your life. And you're trying to say it was sexual harassment. He was not authorized to be on your phone. I'm trying to look closely at this to see if she was on her phone or not. But regardless, let me try to. I know the video is about to repeat. I think she was on her phone. I can't really tell though. But regardless, he saved your life. He saved your life, dude. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on that. I mean, again, it makes it hard to help people. You know, I believe my kids understand that by now as well. I want to be that type of, you know, person, and my kids know I love helping people. I love, you know, even if it just comes to my family, my elders, whoever, like I really love and appreciate them. And I mean, man, every time I go to my grandma's house, I'm taking out trash. I'm what you need help with, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just what a grandchild is supposed to do. You know, like I don't know another way to really explain that. So, but regardless, how are we supposed to teach our families, our kids, and everybody to help one another? Again, I would be so thankful and grateful in this situation if I was in this situation. If I'm looking down on my phone, not looking both ways before I cross the street, which is something you should have been taught as a very young child. Again, like what are we supposed to do at this point? The video I made some weeks ago was a gentleman who literally had a coffee in his hand, but he just so happened to look up and a baby flew out the window. Like, that's not even funny, but the fact of the matter is the guy caught the baby. The guy caught the baby, but then the mother of that baby actually tried to sue him and saying that the baby got, you know, multiple injuries because he caught the baby. The baby would have been dead. I mean, we're talking like the baby was. I still kind of think that video was fake. Because it's like the baby fell out of a window on like the second or third floor. How does that even happen? Who knows? Where's the parent at? Who knows? But I feel like that baby was probably just young enough to. Excuse me. I don't even think the baby's young enough to crawl. So again, it just raised questions like, how did the baby even fly out the window? You know, I don't. Hey. So regardless, comment down below. Do y'all think this lady is wrong in this situation? What do y'all think about this, man? Y'all seen the guy? He obviously he's already arrested. He on the orange suit. He's got tears in his eye because he's like, dude, I was just trying to say, I just saved the woman's life, and I'm getting in trouble for that. So, that just made me mad. You know, it's like you can't even help people nowadays without, you know, just certain issues, you know, or just without consequences. So yeah, sometimes you have to just look the other way. Sometimes you can't give homeless people money. You know, you never know what they might have up their sleeves. It's so much that people are trying to do good in this world, but you just don't know who to trust. You don't know what you can do to actually, you know, just come back from this. So man, I hope and pray that young man does, you know, get justice. That's not, I mean, dang. You didn't give him authority. You didn't give him permission to grab you when you were about to get hit by a car. Did y'all see how fast that car was going? Anyway, comment down below, man. What do y'all think? Who's wrong in this situation? Should he just let her go? Or should... So let's end this episode, man. He's a KC native. I was so happy when I found out he got out. I don't want to say too much about it because, like I said, he gets locked up quite often. But man, I love his music. I love his music. Everybody in the town does. You know, regardless of how you feel about his lifestyle, is between his voice, his music. He's a very, very good artist, man, from KC. All right. Thank everyone for tuning into this episode. This is Unveiled the Real Podcast. RIP to the twin, man. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, happy New Year's to everyone. We will see you all next year. This is definitely the last episode of the year 2025, man. So we'll see y'all in 2026. New things coming up, new plans. But again, man, keep showing the love, share the video, subscribe, and we will see you all at the next episode. All right, this is young Devi D with his new single called What's Left. All right, have a good one. Happy holidays.